Hey, English learners, welcome back to Spark and Speak, your favorite place to learn real English, easy English, everyday English, the kind of English you actually use in real life. I am so happy you are here today. Maybe this has happened to you. You are speaking English, you feel confident, everything is going well. Then suddenly the other person looks confused, or they ask, "Sorry, what do you mean?" And you think, "But I used the right words." Well, maybe you did. The problem is that many English learners make small mistakes every day. Tiny mistakes, not big grammar disasters. Just little things that make your English sound strange, confusing, or less natural. And here is something interesting. Research from language learning organizations shows that communication problems often come from a few repeated mistakes, not from a lack of vocabulary. In other words, you may already know enough English. You just need to stop making a few common errors. Today, I'm going to show you some of the biggest mistakes English learners make every day. Some of them might surprise you. And one of them is probably something you said this week. So stay with me because by the end of this episode, your English will sound much more natural and confident. Let's get started. Let me tell you a quick story. Imagine you have recently moved to a European city. Maybe Berlin, maybe Amsterdam, maybe Madrid. You go to a supermarket. You find everything you need. Then you walk to the cashier. The cashier asks a simple question, and suddenly your mind goes blank. Not because your English is bad, but because real-life English is different from classroom English. Many learners spend years studying grammar, but daily conversations are full of small expressions, natural phrases, and habits that textbooks often do not teach well. That is why people sometimes know hundreds of words but still feel nervous speaking. And here is a surprising fact. Studies on language learning often show that frequent speaking and understanding common communication patterns are more important than memorizing huge lists of vocabulary. Today, we are going to fix some of those common communication mistakes. And the first one is everywhere. Once you notice it, you will hear it all the time. Mistake number 1. Translating everything in your head. This is probably the biggest mistake of all. Many learners hear English, then they translate it into their own language. Then they create a response. Then they translate the response back into English. That takes time, and it creates stress. Imagine your coworker asks, "How was your weekend?" Instead of answering naturally, your brain starts working like a machine. Translate. Build sentence. Check grammar. Translate again. By the time you answer, the conversation has already moved on. A much better approach is to learn common English chunks. For example, pretty good, not bad. It was great. Very relaxing. These short answers come naturally. No translation needed. The more chunks you learn, the faster you speak. But there is another mistake that can make even simple conversations difficult. Let's talk about that next. Mistake number 2. Using the correct word in the wrong situation. This one surprises many learners. Sometimes your grammar is correct. The word is correct. But native speakers almost never use it in that situation. For example, some learners say, "I want information." That is correct. But in daily life, people often say, "Can you help me?" Or, "Could you tell me about this?" Imagine you are at a train station. You need help finding the right platform. Which sounds more natural? "I want information." Or, "Could you help me find the right platform?" The second one sounds much friendlier. English is not only about correct words, it is also about natural choices. And here is something interesting. Many communication experts say people remember how conversations feel more than the exact words used. That is why natural language matters. Now let's move to a mistake that makes many learners sound less confident than they really are. Mistake number 3. Saying sorry too much. This happens everywhere. A learner wants to ask a question, and they begin with sorry, then another sentence, then another sorry, then another apology. Of course, being polite is good, but you do not need to apologize for speaking English. Imagine you are in a cafe. You want to ask, "Is this seat free?" Some learners say sorry, sorry, excuse me, sorry. One apology is enough. You can simply say, "Excuse me, is this seat free?" Clear, friendly, confident. Remember this, speaking English is not something you need to apologize for. People are usually happy that you are trying, but there is an even more common mistake. And almost everyone has made it. Mistake number 4. Being afraid to make small mistakes. Think about children learning their first language. Do they speak perfectly? Of course not. They make thousands of mistakes. That is how they learn. Yet many adults expect perfect English before they start speaking. That creates a problem. Because confidence comes after speaking, not before. Imagine you are talking with a neighbor. You accidentally use the wrong tense. The conversation continues. Nobody cares. The message was clear. The communication worked. That is success. Many English learners think success means perfect grammar. Real success means being understood. That mindset changes everything. And now we come to a mistake that can immediately improve your English. Mistake number 5. Learning words without learning phrases. Let's look at a simple example. You learn the word take. Great. But English speakers rarely use words alone. They use phrases. Take care. Take a seat. Take your time. Take a break. Take a photo. One word becomes many useful expressions. This is how fluent speakers build conversations, not by remembering isolated words, but by remembering groups of words together. Next time you learn a new word, learn 2 or 3 phrases with it. Your English will grow much faster. And here is a surprising fact. Many language researchers believe fluent speakers rely heavily on ready-made word combinations rather than creating every sentence from scratch. That is one reason conversations feel so fast. Okay, let's quickly review what we learned today. Number 1. Stop translating everything in your head. Learn useful English chunks instead. Number 2. Use natural phrases, not just correct words. Real conversations are about communication. Number 3. Do not apologize for speaking English. Be polite, but be confident. Number 4. Do not wait for perfect English. Speaking creates confidence. Number 5. Learn phrases, not only individual words. That is how real conversations work. And remember that surprising idea we talked about earlier. Many communication problems do not happen because people know too few words. They happen because people repeat a few common mistakes. The good news is that these mistakes can be fixed. And now you know how. Before we finish, I want you to remember something. Every fluent English speaker started as a beginner. Every competent speaker once felt nervous. Every conversation helps you improve. So do not focus on being perfect. Focus on showing up. Focus on speaking. Focus on growing. Now I have a question for you. Which mistake do you think you make most often? Tell me in the comments. I would love to read your answer. And if this episode helped you, subscribe to Spark and Speak. We are building your English one conversation at a time. In our next episode, we are going to talk about something that can completely change the way you start conversations with strangers in English. And trust me, that is a skill you will use everywhere. Until next time, keep speaking, keep learning, and keep believing in yourself. See you in the next episode.